Hey, 你们好。It's time for today's class to begin. Okay, Savara Javid. 现在几点了？Oh, I didn't learn that. Okay. Okay, I see. You have network problem. Okay, now let's take a dictation. Okay, please write down the word I have write in the chat room. Okay. So, okay, please listen to me carefully. Number one, 小心,小心,小心, and you can use the number to represent the tones. 小心, which tone of the two syllables? Savara Javid. 小心. Yeah, Hafiz, we are taking a dictation. Savara Javid, the tones are not right. It's not 小心. It's not 小心. What you wrote is 小心. Wrong. 小心. See, you are still not so familiar with the four tones. You must practice more. 小心. 小心. Savara Javid, please correct it. The tones, correct the tones. 你好, Muhammad Javid. Not 小心. It's not 小心. 小心. Muhammad Javid, please write down the syllables in the chat room. Or Savara Javid, it's not 小心. It's 小心. What you wrote is 孝心. It's not 孝心. It's see, so okay, I give you the last chance. Correct the tones, please. 小心. The tones are the most difficult for you, I think. Correct it, Savara Javid. It's not 孝心. Yes, right. This time you are right. So 小心, and did you remember that? The third tone, we seldom read the third tone is original tone. When the third tone was put before the first tone, the second tone, and the fourth tone, and the neutral tone, we should just read it half third tone, right? Half third. So 小心, 小 just down at here, and no, don't raise up, okay? 小心. Okay, next. 小明. 小明. Okay, write it. Write the words, write the two syllables in the chat room, please. 小明. Yes, right. This time you are so good. 小明, right, correctly. Next. 总之. 总之. Okay, Hafiz Muhammad Yasser. 总之. And Muhammad Javid, please write the syllables in the chat room and use the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 to represent the tones. 总之. Hafiz Muhammad Yasser, Muhammad Javid, input your answer in the chat room quickly. 总之. Right, the syllables, including the tones, in the chat room. 总之. Quickly, Muhammad Javid. 总之. Okay, so Savara Javid, you're correct. 总之. Okay, next. 准时. 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 Muhammad Javad. Wrong. The tones are not the same. 准时. What you wrote is 总指，准时，准时。The first syllable, yes, right, correct. Savara Javid, you're, the tone of the second syllable is wrong. 准时, second tone, not the first tone. 准时, yes, Muhammad Javid. The tone of the second syllable was wrong. It's not the first tone, it's the second tone. Okay, next. 举行 举行举行 quickly 举行举行 Savara Javid is not 举行 is not 举 is not 举行举行举行 The tone of the second syllable was wrong. 举行行举行 yes, right. This time you are right. So Hafiz Muhammad Yasser and Muhammad Javid. Please look at the answer I have sent in the chat room. Okay, next. 旅行旅行旅行 yes, but you know the first syllable, the final of the first syllable is ü, not u, okay? Ü, I just used v to represent the letter ü, okay? 旅行 okay, next. Yes, right. 旅行 next. 小时 Hafiz Muhammad Yasser and Muhammad Javid. Oh, Savara Javid, what you wrote is 小时 wrong. It's not 小时, it's 小时 是 see there there are still some problems in your tones. 小时 yes, right. This time you are right. Second tone 小时 and we should just read the first syllable, the half third tone. Remember that? Half third tone. 小时 okay, next. 手指 quickly 手指 Samara Javid, what you wrote is 手指 it's not 指 it's 手指 the tone of the second syllable is 指 not 直 not 直 手指 not 手机 this time what you wrote is 手机 wrong 手指 手指 and what about the other students? Hafiz Muhammad Yasser wrong 手持 not 手持 Hafiz Muhammad Yasser wrong Savara Javid not 几 is 指手指 the first time just the tone of the second syllable was wrong but now the second syllables was wrong 手指 not 手起 Hafiz Muhammad is not 手机手指 is not 手指 yes, right. Savara Javid, this time you are right. 手指 both of the two syllables, you know, are the third tone. And when we read the word, we should just read the first syllable, the second tone, right? The second tone. So we should read it 手指. Okay, next. 选择选择选择 right, correct, very good. 选择okay, next. 洗澡洗澡洗澡 quickly, quickly. 洗澡 how about the other students? Hafiz Muhammad Yasser, Muhammad Javad Javid. Hafiz Muhammad is not 洗澡. What you wrote is 洗澡洗澡. The tone of the second syllable was wrong. The tone of the second syllable is 早, not 早. 洗澡早 not 早早早早早早早早早洗澡 correct it please. Hafiz Muhammad Yasser. 洗澡 not 洗澡. Yes, right. 洗澡洗澡 and we should read the first syllable, the second tone, right? 洗澡 Okay, next. 跑步跑步跑步 quickly, quickly. 跑步 yes, right, correct. 跑步 Okay, next. 总是总是总是总是 Samra Javid, the tone of the second syllable was wrong. Not 总是总是总是 not 总是是 The other student input your answer in the chat room, please. No matter it is wrong or right, just input your answer in the chat room, okay? And 总是 so that we'll see is there any problems in the tones, okay? On the tones. Yes, 总是 The right answer is 总是 Okay, next. 也许 Yes, right. 也许 Samara Javid is not 也许 it's not 也许 it's 也许quickly. Yes. How about the other? Hafiz Muhammad Yasser. 也斜 what you wrote is 以斜也许也许correct your answer please. This time what you wrote is 也斜 not 也斜许 the second syllable is 许 not 也许也许 Muhammad Javad Javid input your answer in the chat room no matter if it is wrong or right. Yes, right. This time you are right. 也许 yes, and Savara Javid. And when the final ü spelled with the initial ji, qi, xi, the two dots should be removed. There should be no the dots. Okay, above the letter u. Okay, 也许 Okay, next. 感冒quickly. 感冒 The other students, please input your answer in the Hafiz Muhammad Yasser. What you wrote is 感冒. It's not mao, it's mao. Mao, which tone? Mao is not mao. Mao, mao. Yes, right. The fourth tone. 感冒. And we should just read the first syllable, the half third tone, right? So 感冒. Okay, next. 比较，比较，比较，比较。比较。The other students, input your answer in the chat room. 比较. Yes, right. Correct. 比较. Okay, next. 比赛，比赛，比赛。比赛。比赛. Quickly, the other students, Hafiz and Muhammad Javad Javid. 比赛. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the right answer is 比赛. Okay, so that's the last part of the, part 3 pronunciation. Let's listen to the recording together again and see if you have done this part all correctly. If you can do this part correctly, and if you can, write the syllables, including the tones correctly, it means you have learned the phonetic very well. If not, you need to, review the phonetics by yourself. Okay. Wait a moment. Okay, the last part. Okay. Oh. Oh, wait a moment.
Listen to the recording and mark the
Okay,
disyllabic
let's start
words you
from
hear.
part 1.
一、语言。二、广播。三、水平。四、有名。五、打扫。六、喜好。七、考试。八、允许。
Okay, part 1. Wait, give me a second, please. Okay, so Mohammed Javad Javid. 你好, Mohammed Javad Javid. Are you there? Okay, Hafiz Muhammad Yasser.
Yes,
OK，请跟我读语音，
语言，
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 广播，
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 水晶，
水
水平，
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 有名，
有名，
友情。
有形，
OK，谢谢。Muhammad Javad Javid, are you there? Okay, so Samara Javid, please read the syllables by yourself from number 1.
语言
This one, number 5.
yes ma'am. 打扫打算
打算，
打算
嗯
很好
嗯，
喜好
喜
喜好
好，喜好，
喜好
嗯，
考试
考试，
考试
嗯
可是
，yes, right.
允许
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 ，yes,
有趣
有趣，
有趣
not true, 去，有趣。
有趣
Not true, not true. Don't move your mouth. 去，
有
去，
趣
有趣。
有趣
Okay. So pay attention to this final. 有趣，允许。Okay. Both the syllables, the final of the two syllables are 语. Okay. So let's listen to the recording to this part and mark the tones of the following words, which is just we have the exercise we have done just now.
第二部分
Part 2.
第9到16题，听录音，给下列词语标注声调。
Questions 9 to 16.
Listen to the recording and add the tone marks to the following words.
9. 小心，小明。10. 总之，准时。11. 举行，旅行。12. 小时，手指。13. 选择，洗澡。14. 跑步，总是。15. 也许，感冒。16. 比较，比赛。
Okay, so we have just finished doing the exercise of this part, and I've asked you to write the syllables, including the tones, okay, in the chat room just now. So 小心，小心 third tone and first tone, right? 小心 and notice when we mark the tone above the letter I, and the dot should be removed. Okay, so there should be no the dot. Okay, 小心. Okay, 小明, 小明, third tone and second tone. 小明. Number 10, 总之, 总之, first tone, and 准时, third tone and second tone. 准时. Okay, and number 11, 举行, third tone and the second tone. 旅行. Number 12, 小时, 手指. Third tone and third tone, but when we read the word, so we should read the first tone, the second tone, right? Because we have learned the tone 70. Okay, when the two third tone were put together, we should, turn the first tone into the second tone, right? Okay, so next, number 13, 选择洗澡, 跑步总是, 也许, two second tone were put together, and we should just read the first tone, the second tone, okay? 感冒, 比较, 比赛. It is hard to write on the screen, and just notice that when we mark the tone above the letter I, the dot should be removed, okay? And when the two third tone were put together, we should, turn the first one into the second tone, right? And another rule of the tone 70 is that when the third tone was put before the first tone, second tone, fourth tone, and the neutral tone, what shall we do? What shall we do? When the third tone was put before the first tone, second tone, fourth tone, and the neutral tone, we should
read it half third tone.
Yes, right. We should just read it half third tone, half third, half third. So what is half third? Just down at here, and don't raise up, right? So look at these words. All the words, the first syllable of all the words below are the third tone, right? So just notice, we will not read it is original tone, the third tone. We should know both, most of them, we just read it half third tone. 小心, 小明, 总之, 准时, 举行, 旅行, 小时, 选择, 跑步, 总是, 感冒, 比较, 比赛, right? We just read the half third tone. And 也许, 洗澡, and 手指. We should read the first syllable, the second tone, right? So, okay, so I will ask one of you to read the words after me. Okay, so, Muhammad, Javad, Javid, are you there? Okay, Savara, Javid.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 请跟我读 and pay attention to the third tone, half third tone. Okay, 小心,
小心,
小明,
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 总之,
总之,
准时,
准时，
second
许
tone 时准时
准时
举行
举行
旅行
旅行
小时
小时
手指。
手指。
Okay, good, very good. 谢谢。Hafiz Muhammad Yasser，
Yes,
你好。OK，请跟我读 and pay attention to the Hafser tone. OK，选择
手则
洗澡、
有
跑步，
头部
总是、
总是
也许、
允许
感冒、
的
比较、比赛。
比
Okay, who is there? Who is that? There are some other people beside you. Who are they? Okay, so so far we have finished doing all the exercises of lesson 8. And we have learned to write the 2 Chinese characters, and that's the assignment for you. And 今天星期一 right? Today is Monday. 明天星期二 we'll have classes today and tomorrow. And in this week, we'll have no classes on Thursday and Friday because, on the May the 1st is the International Labor's Day. And we'll celebrate the Labor's Day in China. So we'll have a vacation. In fact, we'll just have one day for the vacation, that is May the 1st. But, we'll have no classes on this Thursday and Friday. So I think since just few students came to the class, we'll not start to learn the new lessons. Okay, let's just review the old lessons together. Okay, and Confucius said, Confucius, do you know that person? Confucius is a very famous people in ancient China, in China's history. Confucius said that after we have finished learning the old lessons, we should review the old lessons, regularly, and it is good to learn the new lesson. Otherwise, we'll not learn the new lessons well. Okay, so let's review the old lessons together today and tomorrow. And we'll have a week's vacation. We'll have no classes next week. Not next week. On Thursday and Friday, we'll have no classes. So, and I will ask you to review the old lessons by yourself. Okay? And let's start to review the old lessons from lesson 1. Lesson 1. And if you have no problems, we'll just review the old lessons quickly, okay? And in lesson one, we just know about the formation of Chinese syllables. Chinese syllables made of 3 parts. That is 汉字, Chinese character. 你, that is 汉字. And that is above the Chinese character, that is the syllable. 音节 syllable, and it is made of 3 parts. The right color is the initial, right? The initial 声母, and the blue color is the final 韵母, and the green color above the final is the tone, the 声调, right? And And let's review the initials from lesson 1. Please listen to the recording together and read after the recording, okay?
声母一
Initials 1. 波
坡
摸
摸
的
特
呢
了
了
个
科
呵
和
鸡
七
西
西
Okay,
韵母
that's the initials we have learned in lesson 1. And the finals, please listen to the recording together.
一
Finals 1.
一
u
乌 ü
鱼
儿
儿
啊
啊
呀
呀
哇
哇
哦
o
窝
窝
耶
耶
约
i y
a
a
微
v
凹
ao
腰
腰
Okay, that's the finals we have learned in lesson 1. So far, you should be able to, read them correctly. Read them by yourself and read them correctly. And and look at this panel. Look at this panel. Way, and when it is, if there is the initial in front of this panel, so the written form should be like this. Way, the alphabet in the middle should be omitted. 对 okay? So, and we have learned, there are the 4 tones in Chinese language. And the tones are very important because different tones will have different meanings, right? For example, ma first tone, ma second tone, ma third tone, ma fourth tone. And it seems, there are still some problems on the tones for you, for all of you, and that the tones are the most difficult part for you, for not only just for you. I think for all the foreigners, the tones are the most difficult part because Chinese language are the unique language, which has the 4 tones, and in your language there is no tones, right? So you must familiar with the 4 tones. Ma first tone. First tone, please look at this PPT. Look at this page. Ma, the first tone, which is the the highest tone, among the 4 tones, from the 5th to the 5th, which is the highest and flat. Ma, and second tone, just from the 3rd and raise up to the 5th. Ma, so second tone is raise up, ma, okay? And ma from the 2nd down to the 1st and then raise up to the 4th. Ma, down at first and goes up. Ma. But we have just learned that in Chinese language, we seldom read the 3rd tone is original tone. Mostly we just read it half 3rd tone. So what is half 3rd tone? Just down at here and don't raise up, okay? So, and when the 2 3rd tone were put together, we will turn the first one into the 2nd tone. Otherwise, we just read the half 3rd tone. If it would put before the 1st tone, 2nd tone, 4th tone, or the neutral tone. So we just read it half 3rd tone, right? We seldom read The third tone is original tone, the third tone, okay? And the fourth tone, ma, from the highest down to the lowest. And when we read the fourth tone, we should use our energy, make an emphasize, okay? Ma, and sometimes, there are some problems on the fourth tone for some of you. Ma, just remember, use your energy. Ma, okay? Ma, the four tones. Okay. So that's the, Chinese syllable, the formation of Chinese syllable. And sometimes maybe there is no initial in the syllable, but there must be the final and the tone. And we learned, before the four, besides, apart from the four tones, there is another special tone in Chinese language, the neutral tone, right? The neutral tone, we'll learn it later. And note, when E or U acts as a syllable by itself, U, for example, there is no initial in front of this final, and E, the alphabet Y is added before it. So the written form should be like this, U, okay? And the two dots, on top of U should be removed. And when U act as a syllable by itself, and we should add W before it. Okay, so that's lesson one. And the tone 70, third tone, when the two third tone were put together, and just remember, we should turn the first one into the second tone, right? So that's lesson one. And the new words, and please read the new words. Hafiz Muhammad Yasser, read the new words, please. Okay, please read. OK， 请跟我读。你好，你好，您，你们，对不起，没关系。Okay, so that's the new words we have learned in lesson 1. And so far, I just ask you, to be able to read the new words with pinyin or even without pinyin. Okay, you should be able to read the new words without pinyin. Okay. Okay, and the text of lesson 1 is very easy, just greeting with each other. 你好，你好。Let's listen to the recording together. We needn't listen to the recording. And text 2, 您好，您 when we meet a person who is older than us or whose social status is higher than us, we should use 您 to show the respect to the people. And 你们 is the plural form. Plural form of 你 refers to more than 2 people. It can be referred to a group of people. 你们好. Okay, 您好，你们好. And how to say I'm sorry? How to say I'm sorry? I'm sorry, how to say it?
对不起。
对不起，对不起。It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. 没关系. Okay. Very good. Very good. So that is lesson 1, you know, and I think lesson 1, the initials and the finals are the important, see, and just you should, you know, read these initials and finals correctly. Okay, so I will ask one of you to read the initials and the finals after me again. Where are the other students? We just reviewed the old lessons from lesson 1, and I think some students has missed many classes, and it's a good chance for them to catch up with us. And why didn't they come? Okay, so Muhammad, Ashad, Mustaq. Okay, 请跟我读，请跟我读，波
波
坡
波
摸
摸
佛
波
的
的
科
和
呢
呢
了
了
个
个
科
科
和
和
鸡
鸡
七
七
西
七
very good. But when we read the initials, we should read them the first tone. The first tone. How to read the first tone? 鸡七西okay. 鸡七西. And when you read the first tone, there are some problems on the first tone and the fourth tone, okay? And the finals. Yasser Muhammad Yasser. Yasser. OK， 请跟我读，一乌吁儿啊呀哇哦我耶耶约this one约 OK I Y A 微凹腰很好 very good so that is lesson 1 okay now let's review lesson 2 lesson 2 lesson 2 okay the finals of lesson 1 okay so the finals we have learned in lesson 2 can you read them by yourself okay so Savara Javid please read the initials by yourself
J,
the first tone not zhi zhi
J,
yes
Ch,
chi
Ch,
okay
Sh,
yes right
J,
yes right
Z,
z z
S,
okay good
Z,
okay 很好，请跟我读。Read them again, please. 知
知
吃
吃
诗
吃
日
日
滋
z
思
s
思
z
Okay, good. And you must pay attention to the first tone. The first tone is higher, higher from the fifth to the fifth. Okay, higher and flat. 知 not 直 not 直 don't raise up. Okay, and you must pay attention to the first tone. Okay, and 滋 s 知 ch sh and look at this page of PPT and pay attention. The difference between the two group of initials. 滋 s. When we read these initials, our tongue should be flat, and we just put our tongue behind our upper teeth. So 滋 s. The tongue should be flat. And when we read these initials, our tongue should be curved like this. 知 ch sh r. Okay. And the finals. Who can read these finals by yourself? Just try it. Mariam Siddiq, 你好. 你好, Mariam Siddiq. Are you there? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you read these finals by yourself? Just try it. First one, how to read.
Oh,
Oh, okay, good.
yo,
很好,
un,
很好,
yun,
很好. Very good.
one,
很好.
yuan,
This one beginning with 渊,
one,
渊.
yuan,
Okay, good.
un,
很好.
un,
音,
yin, yuan,
很好.
yuan,
晕, beginning with 晕.
yun,
Okay, read after me again. O,
oh,
U,
yo,
an,
un,
yen,
yan,
wan,
one,
yuan,
yuan,
en,
un,
yin,
yen,
wen,
one,
yun.
yuan,
很好, very good. 谢谢. Okay, so I will ask another student to go on to read the finals. Okay, Mohammed Ashad was tag. 你好. Okay,
你好。
please read. This final.
昂
很好,
阳
很好.
元
汪,
Wang.
good.
昂
嗯
阳
很好.
元
This one. 翁
王
嗯
王
嗯
昂
很好.
阳
很好, very good. But you need to pay attention to the first tone. First tone. Okay. 请跟我读.
昂
央
阳
汪
王昂
英
阳
not 英
阳
higher flat 英
阳
don't raise up 英
阳
not 赢 英 英，
yang,
翁，
wang,
翁，
ong,
庸。
yong,
Oh, okay. But the first tone, there are still some problems on the first tone. The first tone, higher and flat. Ang, ying, ong, not ang. What you write is just, raise up. Ang, ying, ang, ying, ong, okay. An, yan, wan, yuan, the first tone, okay? And that's a normal, problem on some of the students, not only 1 or 2 students. Okay, so pay attention to the first tone, okay. So let's listen to the recording carefully together. And you can read after the recording.
声母2
Initials 2.
声母2
Initials 2. 知
知
吃
吃
诗
日
日
日
滋
滋
呲
滋
丝
滋
2
Finals 2. O
欧
U
优
安
安
烟
烟
弯
弯
渊
渊
恩
恩
阴
阴
温
温
晕
晕
昂
昂
央
央
汪
汪
嗯
嗯
英
英
翁
翁
翁庸
Okay, so that's the initials and the finals we have learned in lesson 2. And please take a look. Look at this final, yo, and if there is the initial in front of this final. For example, liu, and we should know the alphabet in the middle should be removed. So the written form should be like this, liu, okay? And please look at this panel. When if there is the initial, in front of the panel, so the alphabet in the middle should be removed. So, dun, okay? So the written form should be like this. Dun, okay? Dun, the first tone, dun. Liu, okay? That's the written form. If there is the initial before this final, okay? And let's go on. And apart from the 4 tones, there is another special tone in Chinese, which is short and light, known as the neutral tone. And there are many words with the neutral tone in Chinese syllable. And in the word, the neutral tone is often on the last syllable. And we should read it very short and light, the neutral tone. And if there is the neutral tone in the word, and the word stress should be on the first syllable, okay? Otherwise, if there is no the neutral tone, and the word stress should be on the last syllable. Okay. So please listen to the recording and read after the recording and pay attention to the neutral tone.
朗读下列音节，注意轻声的读法。
Read the syllables aloud and pay attention to the neutral tone.
桌子、
桌子、
房子、
房子、
椅子、
椅子、
柜子、
柜子、
他们、
他们、
人们、
人们、
我们、
我们、
弟弟、
弟弟、
衣服、
衣服、
儿子、
儿子、
喜欢、
喜欢、
认识、
认识、
先生、
先生、
朋友、
朋友、
晚上、
晚上、
漂亮、
漂亮。You know, that is the word stress. We should make an emphasis of the word stress. And the neutral tone, we should read the neutral tone very short and light. Okay, the neutral tone. And the rules of pinyin, the tone marking, So where shall we mark the tones in the syllable? Remember that we should, according to this sequence, a, o, e, u, ü, right? We should just mark the tones, above the vowels, above these vowels, a, o, e, u, ü. So, for example, look at these words. The first syllable, 学校. So, because look at this sequence, is before the alphabet U, right? So we should mark the tone above the alphabet E, right? And look at the second syllable, 校. There are three vowels in the final. And there is is in the beginning, right? So we should just mark the tones above the alphabet. 学校. And there is only one exception. Remember that? The only one exception. If there is E and U and E appeared together in the syllable, where shall we mark the tones? Where shall we mark the tones?
E.
E. Just remember, when there is, E and U and U together in the syllable, we just mark the tones above the last one. Okay. so 对. Okay. And 六, just remember, when there is E and U appear together in the syllable, we just mark the tones above the last one. E is previous U, right? So E is previous U, so we should mark the tones above E, right? Above this rule, but that is the only exception. Just remember that, okay? Just remember, if there is E and U together appeared in the syllable, just mark the tones above the last one, okay? That's the, for example, 篮球. E, although E is previous the alphabet U, E, U, but that is the only exception. We should mark the tones above the last one. Okay, so 篮球. So are you clear? The tone marks. Okay. So do you have any questions? If you have any question, you can, ask me about your question, okay? Any questions? Any questions? 篮球. And please take a look. 国家, 国家, look at this word. There are two syllables in the word. The first syllable, 国, 国, and because, o is previous the alphabet, u, right? So we should mark the tone above the alphabet, o, right? 国, and 家, 家, a is previous e, right? So we should just mark the tone above the alphabet, a, right? So, okay, if there is no questions, let's go on. Let's go on. And let's review this rules. This rule, the abbreviation of the finals, of the three finals, you, wei, wen, you, wei, wen. Please take a look. When there is, if there is the initials in front of the three finals, and the written form should be like this. The alphabet in the middle should be omitted. For example, 休息 休 you, and just was written like this. 休息 and 睡觉 微 the second one 微 and because there is the initial in front of this panel, so the written form should be like this. 睡觉 and 轮船 温 and because there is the initial in front of this panel, so the written form should be like this. 轮船 okay? And 牛奶 啤酒 昂贵 留言 开会 讨论 足球 伦敦 湿润 惭愧 水果 陶醉 顺利. So are you clear? Are you clear? The abbreviation of the three finals. You, if there is the initial in front of it, so we should just, rate it. You, like this, you, okay? You, and way, you can write after me to, deepen your memorize, okay? Way, for example, if there is the initial in front of it, so we should just write it 对 okay? And 流 and when, for example, 炖 okay? 炖 okay, so are you clear? 炖 and 流, look at this syllable 流, the final, the original final was just this, and because there is the initial in front of this final, so the written form should be like this, and that's why we mark the tone above the last one. Right? A, O, E, I, U, Ü. And that is the only exception of the tone markings. Just remember, I and U appeared together in the syllable, just mark the tone above the last one. Okay? No questions? Okay, now let's listen to the recording together, and you can read after the recording.
朗读下列音节，注意韵母省写的部分。
Read the syllables aloud and pay attention to the abbreviated finals.
休息、
休息、
睡觉、
睡觉、
轮船、
轮船、
牛奶、
牛奶、
啤酒、
啤酒、
昂贵、
昂贵、
留言、
留言、
开会、
开会、
讨论、
讨论、
足球、
足球、
伦敦、
伦敦、
湿润、
湿润、
惭愧、
惭愧、
水果、
水果、
陶醉、
陶醉、
顺利。
顺利。Okay, let's go on. And we have learned some strokes of Chinese characters, and we have learned learned how to write some Chinese characters. Just master the Chinese characters one by one. Okay. And the new words of lesson 2. 谢谢，谢谢 what's meaning? 谢谢
Thank you.
thanks 不客气，不客气 You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yes, 再见，再见。
Goodbye. See you around.
And text 1. 谢谢，不谢 no thanks. Thanks, no thanks. 不谢，不谢。谢谢你，谢谢你 thank you. 不客气 it means you're welcome. 谢谢你，不客气，再见。And the text of lesson 2. It is not difficult. Lesson 2. Okay, let's just review the lesson 3 quickly. Lesson 3. 你叫什么名字 What's your name? Initials, finals. The initials and finals. And after the 2 lessons, we have finished learning all the initials and the finals in Chinese. That means you should be able to read any Chinese words if you were given pinyin. Okay? And and that's the foundation to learn the
听录
Chinese
音
language.
并跟读，
If
注
you
意
can't read the syllables correctly, you will not speak standard Chinese in the future. And in lesson 3, we have learned the senti of bu. The senti of bu. Bu, this Chinese character means no or not.
不的变调。
And the original tone of this Chinese character is the fourth tone. The fourth tone. And when bu is followed by a syllable in the first, second, or third tone, and we should just read it as original tone, the fourth tone, right? So when shall we, change the tones of this character, and which tones we should read it? Did you
When-
remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So please.
不的变调。
So Samara Javid, can you say it?
Yes, ma'am. When it is followed by fourth tone, then we will change it into the second tone.
Yes, right. That's the rules of tone
不
sentence
的
of
变
不.
调，
And you just need to remember that when this Chinese character was put before the fourth tone, we should turn the tone into the second tone. Otherwise, we should just read it as original tone, the fourth tone, right? Okay, so 不, please write after me and deepen your memorize. 不, when it was put before the fourth tone, we should, turn to the tone into the second tone. Otherwise, when it was put first tone, third tone, second tone, and the third tone, 不, we should just read it the fourth tone, right? So you just need to remember this. That is the, the one of the rules of the tone senti of 不. Okay, just remember that. When it was put before the fourth tone, we should read its tone and turn the tone into the second tone. Okay, otherwise, just read it as original tone. That's the rule. Okay. And and another rule of the tone syllable of the syllables is the the final ü or the final beginning with ü was put before the three initials qi, qi, and xi. So the two dots above the alphabet u should be removed. Okay, so that's the written form. There should be no the two dots. Okay. 鸡七西. When the final ü or the finals beginning with ü was put behind the three finals, 鸡七西, the two dots on the top of ü should be removed. Okay, so please memorize that. That is one of the rules of pinyin. 鸡七西. But if 女, for example, 女 and 绿, the two dots should not be removed. 呢, le, 女 means female and 绿 means green. Le, ne, when the alphabet, when the final was put before the initial ne, le, and the two dots should not be removed because ne and le can also be put before the final u, and ji, qi, xi cannot be spelled with u, so they must be yu because they can't be spelled with u together. So are you clear? Just remember that, okay? Okay, so please let's
听录
listen to the recording together.
音并跟读，注意
And you
吁
can
的拼
read
写
after
与
the
实际
recording.
发音。
Listen to the recording and read after it. Pay attention to the form and pronunciation of you.
约
约渊
渊
晕
晕
居
居
撅
捐
捐
均
均
区
区
缺
缺
圈
圈
均
均
虚
虚
薛
削
宣、
宣、
熏、
熏. Okay. And some Chinese characters we have learned to write. And please memorize these Chinese characters. And let's review the text. The text of lesson 3.你叫什么名字? The new words. Can you read these new words by yourself without looking at pinyin? Can you? Okay, so I will just ask one of the students to read the new words after me. Muhammad Aslan. Asalan. Muhammad Asalan, are you there? Makarim Arif, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
请跟我读叫
叫
什么
什么
名字？
名字？
我
我
是
是
老师
老师
吗？
吗？
学生
水上
学生
水上
人。
人
Okay, so 学生 we have just
水
reviewed
上
the final is yu, beginning with yu, so that is 约学生 because you know we just reviewed the rule, right? And the final beginning with yu was put before the initial 机器西, so the two dots should be removed, so that is 约学生 right? 学生
水上
学生
水上
Okay, 学生 student. Okay, so can you memorize this word? Have you memorized this word? And can you read these words without pinyin? That's what I ask you to do now. And later in the future, not only that you should be able to read these words without pinyin, but also you should be able to write these new words. Can you do that? And if you want to, get to the advanced level in learning Chinese, you must learn to read and write the Chinese characters. Okay. 里约、中国、美国、巴基斯坦. Okay. So let's review the text of lesson 3. The text in the school. Let's just listen to the recording together. And later I will ask you to make the dialogue of the text, okay?
第3课，你叫什么名字？
Lesson 3. What's your name?
课文1，
Text 1.
你叫什么名字？
我叫李月，
New words.
叫
叫
什
什
么
么
名字？
名字？
我
Proper noun.
李月，
月 Okay, 你叫什么名字? What's your name? And you just, put your name behind 叫。我叫 For example, 我叫王江。我叫 Savara Javid. Okay? Text 1. And, 什么 and text 2. Text 2, please listen to the recording.
课文2，
Text 2.
你是老师吗？
我不是老师，我是学生。
New words.
是
是
老
老
师
师
吗？ 学生，
学生。OK， 你是老师吗？吗 is used in the end at the end of the sentence, indicates ask a question. So are you a teacher? 是 the next form is 不是。我不是老师 I'm not a teacher. 我是学生 I am a student. Text 2. 是 sentence. Subject 是indicating what somebody or something equals or belongs to. And the next form is just 不是 Okay. And let's review text 3. Please listen to the recording.
课文3，
Text 3.
你是中国人吗？我不是中国人，我是美国人。
New word.
人，
Proper nouns.
中国，
中国
美国。
美国 Okay. Text 2, text 3. 你是中国人吗 Are you a Chinese? 我不是中国人，我是美国人。I'm not a Chinese, I'm American. It is easy. So, ma, the interrogative sentence with ma, the part ma indicates an interrogative mood. Ma is added at the end of a declarative sentence, and the declarative sentence turns into a question. 你是美国人吗 Are you American? It is not too difficult, right? Okay, so let's make some dialogues of lesson 3. Savara Javid, 你好。你好，
好，您好，
你叫什么名字？
我叫 Savera Javid。
你是老师吗？
我不是，我是学生。
你是美国人吗？
我不是，我是巴基斯坦人。
很好 ，very good，very good。对不起，
没关系，
谢谢，
不谢，
谢谢你，
不客气，
再见。
再见。
Okay, very good, very good. So everyone, can you make the dialogue like this? That's these 3 lessons, lesson 1, lesson 2, and lesson 3. We have just finished reviewing the 3 lessons. And tomorrow we'll continue to review the old lessons. We're not going to learn the new lesson. And please ask the other students to come. It is a good chance for them to make up for the, the old lessons, I think, especially for those students who were absent from the class. Okay, so it's time for today's class to be over, and please input 0429. Yes, in the chat room, 0429. Okay. And I will ask another student to make the dialogue with me. Hafiz Muhammad Yasser, 你好。Hafiz Muhammad Yasser. Are you there? Okay, 你好，你叫什么名字？你叫什？你是老师吗？你是中国人吗？很好。对不起，对不起。Okay, Muhammad Ashad Mustaq. Mohammed，
你好，
你好，你叫什么名字？
我叫Mohammed Ashraf Mustar，
你是老师吗？
我不是学生，
你是中国人吗？你是中国人吗？Are you a Chinese？
我不是巴基斯坦人，
对不起，
没关系，
谢谢，
不是，
谢谢你，
不客气，
再见。
再见。
Okay, so 谢谢大家，Thank you all, and 明天见，See you all tomorrow，再见。Our class